Welcome to the Choose to Live show with your host, Anika Cohen. It's time to propel, launch, and execute your dream. Now here to motivate, support, and influence you live from Dover, Delaware, Anika Cohen.
Hello, influencers. Hello and welcome to the Choose to Live show. It's your girl here, Anika Cohen, and I want to welcome you to our show. It is the show where we choose to live. We choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious, and enlightened. So I am super excited. I am so excited because we have an amazing guest today. She goes by the name of Caryn Donnatien. I'm super excited to be introducing her to our audience on today. She is one of the co-contributors in our third edition anthology, Influencers on the Rise, How to Thrive Against Adversity. And this is edition 3, y'all. So I'm super excited that she gets to share with us her story and her message and the strategy. Come on here, somebody. So welcome to the Choose to Live show. It's your girl here, Anika Cohen. Listen, before we allow this amazing woman to come and embrace us with her story and her message, I want you to know that this is the show where we release and we relinquish anything or anyone that does not serve you or your purpose. Come on here, say it with me. I choose to release and relinquish anything or anyone that does not serve me or my purpose. Say it unapologetically today, influencers. I want you to know that your words have power. Your words have power. Your words have power. They have meaning. And I want us to learn to be intentional about what we speak when we are facing uncertainty, when we are facing challenges, when we are in that space of doubt, fear, whatever it is. I want you to begin to channel and manifest what you want to desire, what you want. Begin to allow that to manifest for you. So your words have power. So begin to speak the life that you want to manifest. It's in your mouth, influencers. It's in your mouth. So that is just my inspiration for you. Those of you who may be struggling right now in this moment, you may be struggling, got tears streaming down your eyes. I always make it an intentional moment to encourage you, to encourage that man or that woman, because you're not alone. You're not alone. And so choose to live today. And I hope this show brings you a smile. It brings you hope. It brings you inspiration. Okay. So listen, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you Caryn Donnatien. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Listen, welcome to the Choose to Live show. It is our honor. It is our honor to have you here on our platform. Listen, Caryn, first and foremost, share with us, who is Caryn?
Well, Caryn is a God-fearing woman. Caryn is a mother, a wife. Caryn is someone who loves to help others, to inspire others, to encourage others to get through whatever they're going through in life, whether it's a bad job or a bad relationship, or even giving some encouragement about having different businesses and partnering with their loved ones and things like that, and whatever family issues they may have. I'm just here to be that person that they can come to and learn from and enjoy. I'm friendly, and I'm just so excited about this experience.
Yes, and it is a pleasure, and again, it is an honor to always have amazing women on this platform to showcase your story, because I know that your story it's a message.
Yes.
It's inspiration. It's powerful. And we have a responsibility to share our story, to help our sisters and our brothers. So what is Caryn's story? Share with us, what is your story?
So my story pretty much is just how I grew up in a Christian home. And because I grew up in a Christian home, I was able to build a relationship with God in order for me to ask him for strength to get through life obstacles that I had faced throughout my years of living. And I had learned 3 key principles during that journey, which helped me persevere and become a strong Black woman I am today, and be able to help other women and men and children and teenagers to get through their situations they may have or encounter in life. So I just rely on God's strength, and I keep it moving and keep it going. So
that part, rely on God's strength
yeah,
and keep going. I often say, have your moment, but
yes,
don't stay there. And what that
yes,
means is have that moment of anger, have that moment of
right,
sadness. If you need
yes,
to yell, cry,
yes,
do whatever's necessary to release that emotion. Because when we harbor on that
right.
emotion, it gets the best of us.
It
It's
does.
stronger.
It
So I
does.
thank you. I thank you for being a co-contributor to our 3rd edition anthology,
Thank you.
Influencers on the Rise. Listen,
Yes.
influencers, get
Yes.
into it. Influencers on the Rise. So listen, this is our 3rd edition anthology. What made you want to share your story with the world and make such an impact at this level? What made you say yes to this opportunity?
Well, I always felt like I had something to share with people. I always felt like I'm not alone in my situation. That it may relate to someone out there, and I can give them some inspiration on how to get past what they have had experienced just as well as I did. And I just was encouraged by you, by praying to God to lead me down this path. But I just thought it was a great opportunity to get out of my fear box and open myself up and be transparent about who I am and what I can bring and what I can offer this world while I'm here.
Absolutely. And one of the things that you said that stuck out to me is you decided to combat fear.
Yes.
You decided to combat fear. And fear is a natural emotion. Influencers, listen, we all experience it. It's nothing to
Yes.
be ashamed about. It's nothing to
Mm-hmm.
be shy about. We all experience fear at some level in our lives. It's something that
Yes.
will continue to rise up within us, but we have to make a choice to either entertain the fear
Yes.
or go against it anyway. So how were you able, what did you do? Take us through that journey. What did
Okay.
you do to say yes? Although you seek the Lord and you wait
Mm-hmm.
for an answer, we still have a responsibility within ourselves. So
Yes.
what did Caryn do? How did she push through that fear to say yes to this opportunity to share your story worldwide?
I'm a list person, so I did the pros and cons. I took walks, had conversations with myself when no one was around about, hey, Caryn, do you have the strength to do this? I kind of encouraged myself, try to build my self-esteem, which I build myself up when I couldn't get it from anywhere else. So I just, I looked at the list and I was like, and then that's when I began to talk to Lord, to God, and I'm like, hey, my pros outweighs my cons. My voice is important. I never should feel like my voice is not important. So I just lay that wake at night, because that's where my quiet time is at night, when my children are asleep and my family is asleep. So I just be in my own head, and I just review over where my life is going and where I want it to go. So that's the process I went through to get myself to a point where I knew that I had to be in this book. I had to share my story with others.
Listen, let me recap. I'm going to recap for y'all influencers, okay? Now, the first thing that she said, she made a list, pros and cons. What is going to be the benefits of you going against the grain, going
Yeah.
against the haters, going against the naysayers? How
Yeah.
about going against your inner critic? What
Yes.
are the benefits? What are the perks? How is this going to change your life? How is this going to transform you? Right? And then she made a list of cons. of how this may not work out for her. It could have been budget. It could have been a list of things, because we can come up with excuses. We can come up
Yes.
with reasons why we should not be able to do something. But I love how you made that list, because it's very practical. It's something that you can begin to implement in your life now to make decisions that's best for you.
Yes.
Not for your husband, not for your mommy, your daddy, your children, just doing something for you for a change. So
Yes.
thank you, Caryn, for that great practical tip.
Yes.
Take notes, influencers, because that's very important. So thank you for sharing that. Now, listen, what can the readers expect from your contribution with our anthology, Influencers on the Rise? What can they expect from your story?
They can expect to learn 3 main principles that I took out of my journey with connecting with the Lord and asking Him for strength. The 3 main things they should get and grasp on is, one is one is, Lord, I'm sorry, I apologize. I lose my train of thought. One is just be aware, and that's pretty much explaining how you should check on others, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the people you're around, be aware of their situations, because it can have an impact on your life. Another one is trust and faith. And that one just pretty much explains that rely on God and hold on to what His promises to you, and what He says to you is real, is not fake, is not a lie, that you have to have faith that He will do it, because He will. And then endurance requires patience. And that just pretty much say, hey, this journey may be long. You're going to be out of breath. It's going to take you a while. But as long as you keep going, and then through the process, have patience with not only yourself, but with God, it's going to work out for you in the end. But so hopefully that's what they gain out of my story when they read.
Absolutely, because endurance is patience.
Yes.
We have to learn to give ourselves grace. So, influencers, today, give yourself grace.
Yes.
Give yourself permission to enjoy and embrace the journey that you're on. This is a journey. Your story is still being written. Hello.
Yes.
So the things that you have overcome, the things that you have triumphed over, it's not in vain. Someone needs to know your story. And a lot of times I can attest to that. We devalue what we bring to the table because of other people's success and the things that they have accomplished. But we all have a purpose.
Yes.
We all have a purpose on this earth, and it's our responsibility to tap in that. So again, get into it, influencers. I love these tips. They're very practical. And that's the one thing I love about this show, is because we share with our listeners practical ways that they can choose to live on their own terms, in their own way. It's not about some deep revelation. Over times, we're so quick to be so deep. And it's very simple to live a life that is full of peace, happiness, a sound mind. Come on here, somebody. So yes, we choose to live today. We choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious, and enlightened. So listen, I want to play our little trivia game with you.
Okay.
These are just some trivia game where we share fun facts about Caryn. We want to know all about Caryn.
All right.
All right, so let's get into the trivia. Okay, so what was your last song that you listened to?
It was by a group called Last Call, and it was Victory.
Okay, Victory, Last Call.
Yes.
All right. What is your favorite genre of music? Your top 3?
Top 3. Well, if I have to be honest with you, Nika, I only really listen to gospel nowadays. Back in my my sinful days, I used to listen to the R&B and hip hop, but I mostly listen to gospel now.
Okay, listen. Caryn listens only to gospel, and that's nothing wrong with that. Okay, choose to live. All right. So, what else? Some other fun things to know about Caryn. What's your favorite colors?
My favorite color is blue. I love blue, and it can be any type of blue. But I tend to lean more towards the navy blue and things like that. Yes. So
What does Caryn do for fun?
I like to try new things. I kind of sort of had like this bucket list that I try to check off things, like anything that takes me outside of my comfort zone. I try to attack. So hanging out with my family, zip lining when I can. I love doing puzzles, putting puzzles together and then turning them into like picture frames that hang up on your wall as decorum. I love doing things like that. I love reading. Uh, I love traveling. That's another thing I like doing, traveling.
Yes. Okay, we got some things in common. I love traveling too. Listen, get into it. Okay, so where was your last vacation or your last trip? Where did you go?
Last trip was oh Lord, what the last time I went somewhere was, I believe it was North Carolina, to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, and we went to the different islands to see the lighthouses. Me and my sisters and my daughter. It was like a girls' trip. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. That sounds very interesting. Okay, so listen, this is our last trivia question.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Favorite high school memory?
It's gonna be funny, but um, being a nuisance to my husband, that's where me and my husband went to high school with, together, and he used to not be able to stand me, and I used to always flirt with him. Yeah, so always flirt with him, do little things to catch his attention because he was so handsome. So, but um, but yeah, just being able to mess with him and pick on him because now it ended up.
Wow, I'm about to say, honey, you just Donnatien, okay?
So it worked out for me, so it might work out for you guys.
Listen, that's what I was about to say, okay? Listen, take some notes. Okay. So, all right. Well, thank you for playing with us. Thank you for playing our little trivia game. Those
No problem.
out, Caryn. So, all right, Caryn, let us know what you are doing right now. What does Caryn have going on outside of the anthology, of course,
Okay.
outside of this book project? What does Caryn got going on? What are some things that you're doing?
So right now, me and my sister, we're a company, CNC Events and Celebrations. You can find us on Facebook. We're currently selling candy bars and different types of snacks for our day-to-day operations. And we also we're selling snack crates and candy crates for anyone who is interested in buying them, just to help you get through your little cravings at night, late night when you're by yourself and things like that. Also, we are currently planning a couple of events for the summertime. And so that should be fun because we love to decorate and we love to make things beautiful and allow people to have a great time. So, and outside of that, and then I'm also running my Eternal Faith shop online e-commerce website where you can buy new or used goods at an affordable price. And I'm also a Amazon affiliate, so you can go on there and shop on Amazon through my website if it makes it a little bit more easier for you. So that's what I got on going on, Anika.
Listen, you got a lot going on. So one of the things that caught my attention was the event planning.
Yes.
You are an event planner.
Yes.
So how did you get into that? How did you get into that industry? Because I asked that question because oftentimes we know what we're called to do.
Yes.
And there could be many of gifts that God has blessed you with. You know, some he gave one, some he gave two, some he gave three. Hello. So you may have more than one gift.
Yes.
Don't limit your opportunity to tapping into your influence, tapping into your leadership, tapping into your abilities to serve and make impact in the world. So I just want, because there's a lot of things that you do as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And so I want you to just to share with us, how did you get into the event planning? What are some of the steps that you took?
So me and my sister, we was always seemed like the chosen ones for family events, and so one day we got together and we began throwing ideas off each other. And she said, "Hey, Caryn, putting these events together, seeing people's smiles and the comments you get for just being creative, using your own creativity and not no one else's. She was like, hey, maybe we should go in business with this. So we sat down, did our research about who else was event planning in our area, created our business plan. But it was just more or less us just doing things we normally would do outside of actually well, no, let me say, just doing something we normally do for others just turned into something that we were just happened to be something else we was passionate about as a team. So we just came together and we pretty much feed off each other. She has great ideas and she has a lot of experience, and then I'm more or less the arts and craftsy person. So, and I get that from my mother because she used to always do arts and crafts with us when we were younger. So we each bring something to the table, but that's how we pretty much got started.
Yes. So listen, there's a few things that I took from that, and I always like to just recap.
Right. I like it.
You know, I want us to understand that we overthink and we overanalyze all the time.
Yes.
We just have to learn to give ourselves permission to be patient again with the journey. This is a journey you are on, and it's not going to always have the ups. There's going to be the downs. There's going to be the moments where you're just trying to figure it out, and understand that's a part of the journey. That's so correct. One of the things that I took away that you said was you researched. You and your sister literally researched. That takes nothing but to Google.
Yes.
Then search, right? It's at your fingertips. We're on our cell phone all the time. So again, a simple, practical way that you can begin to pursue your purpose.
That's true.
Build your brand, research your competitors, research what works, what's not working, resources or tools that you can implement for free to get started, right? So that's one of the definitely things I took away is just learning to research, Google, take out time to research. And another thing I took away from what you said was you already was doing it. You already enjoyed doing it. There was passion there. There was sensation there. And hello, influencers, do what you love, right? You working for someone else, but you can begin to create your own business doing what you love and generating additional revenue. Hello, somebody. They're not ready for this gospel, Caryn. They're not ready.
They want to get ready. They want to get ready.
I love it. I love it. You got to get ready, but only you can do it. And that's
true.
Only you can do it.
Yes.
So without further ado, we are coming to a closing with our show. However, we cannot leave without you sharing with our community how they can connect with you.
Yes, so you can find me on Facebook, CK Donnatien. Well, actually, that's my Facebook is Caryn Donnatien. You can find me on my YouTube channel, CKD Inspired Showcases, where I just talk about different business topics that you may have questions about or want to learn about. You can find me on Twitter, CK Scott. You can find me on Instagram, CK Donnatien.
I love it. I love it. Listen, and there you have it, influencers. Again, you are listening to the Choose to Live show with your girl, Anika Cohen. We had an amazing time with our guest, Caryn Donnatien. Again, thank you for being here. And listen, we look forward to hearing. Yes, absolutely. Come back anytime. We love our guests here. We love the information that they bring to the table. And so if you influencers love today's show, drop it in the comments. We love to hear from you. But until next time, influencers, you already know what to do. You're going to choose to live, choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious and enlightened. Until next time, choose to live.